frog, characterized by its smooth, moist skin, large bulging eyes, long sticky tongue, and powerful hind legs, has been on the planet since the dinosaurs. There are over 7,000 varieties of the species. They are amphibians, spending part of their lives in the water as well as on land. One thing frogs are well known for is their ability to hop and jump very long distances. Frogs can do this by using their amazingly strong, spring-like back legs to push off the ground or branch. The South African sharp-nosed frog is able to jump 44 times its own body length. The prominent types of frogs are tree frogs, dart frogs, and bullfrogs. Tree frogs are known for their exceptional climbing abilities. These frogs have specialized toe pads that allow them to adhere to leaves and branches, making them adept at navigating the vertical world of trees. Tree frogs display a wide range of colors and patterns, which often serve as camouflage against predators. The red-eyed tree frog Agalichnus calidryas is native to forests from Central America to northwestern South America. They are primarily nocturnal, emerging at night to hunt insects and other small invertebrates. The study of frogs, known as herpetology, reveals much about the health of our ecosystems. Frogs serve as vital indicators for environmental changes due to their permeable skin and complex life cycle, which make them highly sensitive to pollutants and habitat destruction. Dart frogs, belonging to the family Dendrobatidae, are famous for their bright, warning coloration and toxic skin secretions. These small, vividly colored frogs inhabit the rainforests of Central and South America. The toxins they produce are potent enough to deter predators. And some indigenous tribes have historically used their poison to coat the tips of blow darts, hence their name. There are numerous species of dart frogs, each with varying degrees of toxicity. For example, the golden poison frog Philobates terribilis is considered one of the most poisonous animals on Earth. Despite their dangerous nature, dart frogs are also known for their intricate parental care behaviors, including transporting tadpoles to water and providing unfertilized eggs as a food source. Many poison dart frogs secrete alkaloid toxins through their skin. However, they do not make their own poisons, but keep the chemicals from their arthropod prey, such as ants, centipedes, and mites. These chemicals taste very unpleasant to most potential predators, who quickly discard the frog. Some species of predatory snake have adapted to the poison and grown immune. The Amazon milk frog, Trachycephalus resinifictrix, is a sizable arboreal frog indigenous to the Amazon rainforest in South America. Commonly known as the blue milk frog, this species secretes a sticky, milk-like fluid when it perceives a threat. Adults typically measure between 6 to 10 centimeters in length and are characterized by a light gray coloration adorned with brown or black bands. In contrast, juvenile frogs display more pronounced color contrasts. In Central America, there is one species of frog that has almost done away entirely with skin pigment. The ghost glass frog, Sachatamia ilex. This species is notable for its translucent skin, which allows you to see its internal organs, giving it a ghostly appearance. The eyes of the ghost glass frog are relatively large in proportion to its body size, which enhances its ability to see in low light conditions, as they are primarily nocturnal. A recent study shows that more than 40% of amphibians are at risk of extinction, with almost 170 species of frogs now extinct in the wild. Madagascar is home to one threatened species, the golden mantella frog, Mantella aurantiaca. It is known for its striking golden yellow coloration, which serves as a warning to potential predators about its toxicity. They are relatively small, typically measuring around 2 to 4 centimeters. They are currently classified as endangered due to habitat loss, pollution, and the pet trade. Deforestation and habitat degradation in Madagascar pose significant threats to their populations. Conservation efforts are underway to protect their habitats and raise awareness about the importance of this unique species. Throughout Europe lives the common European frog Rana temperaria. They are large, brown-green in color, and are plentiful in rivers, streams, and ponds from northern Europe to Ireland and as far east as Japan. Frogs have a unique life cycle as they go through a process known as metamorphosis. First, the cycle begins with an adult frog laying thousands of small black eggs that clump together in a jelly-like substance that is called frog spawn. Frogs usually lay their eggs in bodies of water, such as rivers, lakes, or ponds. However, some species lay eggs in underground burrows or on vegetation around water. Before hatching, their tails will begin to form within the eggs. When they are ready to hatch after a few weeks of being in the egg, they are known as tadpoles. They lack any limbs and just use their tails to swim around the body of water they are hatched into. Tadpoles will absorb the frog spawn jelly as it serves as a good source of nutrition and helps them grow in the first few weeks. Tadpoles are fully aquatic and use their gills to breathe and survive as they start to eat plant matter such as algae or, in some species, small insects. At some point in the next 14 weeks in the tadpole phase, metamorphosis will start to occur. During this phase in their life cycle, the tadpoles will have a sudden transition into its final adult form. Frogs play an integral part of the food chain in the environments and habitats they live in. Not only because they keep the insect population under control, but they are also the food source for many other animals, such as snakes, birds, fish, and other frogs. In many cultures, frogs are also imbued with symbolic significance, often representing fertility, transformation, and renewal. They have been used by people to tell stories for centuries, starting back in Aesop's fables, to Chinese folklore and Europe's Grimm's fairy tales, and contemporary stories from Beatrix Potter. The marsh frog, Pelophylax ridibundus, is a species of frog commonly found in Europe and parts of Asia. They are large frogs, with adults typically measuring between 8 to 15 centimeters in length. They are known for their loud croaking, especially during the breeding season. They are primarily nocturnal and are excellent swimmers. Each species has unique characteristics and behaviors that contribute to the rich tapestry of the natural world. However, our relationship with frogs has not always been positive. Humans have used frogs in medical and scientific experiments, especially when it came to studying nerves and muscles to learn more about how they work. And even today, frogs are still used in some classrooms for dissection. Frogs and toads are both members of the order Anura, but they belong to different families and exhibit several distinct differences. Typically, toads have dry, bumpy, or warty skin. The rough texture helps them retain moisture and provides some protection against predators. They tend to have a stockier, more robust body with shorter legs, making them less agile jumpers compared to frogs. Toads can often be found in drier habitats, such as forests, gardens, and grasslands. They are more terrestrial and can tolerate drier conditions than frogs. Cane toads, Rhinella marina, also known as the marine toad or giant toad, are large amphibians native to Central and South America. They have been introduced to various regions around the world, including Australia, the Caribbean, and Florida, often with significant ecological consequences. Cane toads have become notorious for their impact on ecosystems where they have been introduced. They compete with native species for food and habitat, and their toxic secretions can kill or harm native predators. In Australia, for example, cane toads have contributed to declines in populations of native frogs and other small animals. Cane toads are a prime example of how the introduction of non-native species can lead to unintended ecological consequences. Their resilience and adaptability make them a subject of ongoing research and management efforts in regions where they have become invasive. The European green toad is characterized by its bright green coloration, though it can also appear in shades of brown or grey. It has a stocky body, broad head, and prominent warts on its skin. They are carnivorous, primarily feeding on insects, spiders, and other small invertebrates. Humans have unfortunately had a negative impact on frogs and toads around the world. Seeing a global pattern of decline in populations due to destruction and degradation of habitat for agriculture and logging. Salamanders are also amphibians belonging to the order Chordata or Urodela. Which is characterized by their elongated bodies, tails, and limbs. They are often confused with lizards, but unlike reptiles, salamanders have moist skin and are typically dependent on water or moist environments for their survival. They have a distinct body shape with a long tail, a relatively small head, and 4 limbs. They can vary significantly in size, from just a few centimeters to over a meter long in some species. Their skin is usually smooth and moist, which allows them to absorb water and breathe through their skin. Cutaneous respiration. This makes them sensitive to environmental changes and pollution. Salamanders are primarily found in temperate regions, particularly in North America, Europe, and parts of Asia. They inhabit a variety of environments, including forests, wetlands, and grasslands. Many species are closely associated with water bodies, especially during their breeding season. The alpine salamander, Salamandra atra, can be found in the French Alps and through the mountainous ranges in Europe. Salamanders can regenerate lost limbs, tails, and even parts of their heart and eyes, making them a subject of scientific research. Another fascinating addition to the animal kingdom.